Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are all enjoying Call of Duty WW2 just as much as I am. And let me know in the comment section whether you like the game, whether you hate the game, what you like about the game, what you dislike about the game. And let me know what you think, because at the moment I'm really enjoying this game. And I hope you guys are as well. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So today what I've got for you guys is a video on the best settings to use. So they're the best controls in settings, and I'm going to give you the best button layouts in my opinion, and this is what I use as well. Now if you're new to Call of Duty, or you just started playing Call of Duty when it was in the futuristic era, so starting from Advanced Warfare, then this video will definitely help you a lot. Over the years, because we've had the futuristic scenes, the settings would be slightly different because of the boost jumping, etc. And now we've gone back to boots on the ground. You want to tune into this video because I'm going to be teaching you what you need to change on your button layouts and a few other settings that could really help you and help you play better, really. So let's get straight into what I think needs changing. So if you go over to settings and then you go to controls, so after that you click onto controls and you'll have this a load of options come up. So as you can see on screen, the first thing you want to do if you haven't done it already is take controller vibration off. Now I know a lot of people have already done this, and this is probably a tip going back a few years ago, but if you have it turned on, then the actual, when you're shooting, the vibration, because your whole controller vibrates, it can actually put your aim off a little bit. I know it sounds really over the top, but we're in Call of Duty, your aim needs to be 100%, and that vibration shaking the controller can put your aim off. So if you just disable that, and if you have had it enabled, it might feel a little bit weird, but honestly it will work out better in the long run. So after you've changed that, if you go onto button layout, now this is where the important stuff matters. So if you flip the L1 and R1 and L2 and R2 like I've just done on screen, basically what that does is it changes where you would shoot with R2, that now becomes R1, and when you would aim with L2, that becomes L1. So the reason why I've done this is because basically it's a faster response time. So L1 and R1 is just a button, it's just a button you pressed, whereas L2 and R2, they're actual triggers, so you have to actually press them down all the way, whereas the L1 and R1 just click, they're like literally a click, and it takes a millisecond to press down on them, whereas if you do the L2 and R2, it's not click, it's a full press down, and it's like a good centimetre or two you have to press down. So by the time you've done that, you could have lost a gunfight already to someone who's pressed R1 and they've already shot you. And believe it or not, this makes a huge difference, especially in Call of Duty where every millisecond matters in a gunfight. You do really want to be using L1 and R1 if you want to become good at Call of Duty, and especially Call of Duty World War 2. I definitely think that is a must change, and if you haven't done it already, I definitely recommend doing so. And as I said, if you've already been using L2 and R2 the past few months, years, then it will take some getting used to, but it honestly will work out better for you in the long run, I can promise you that. So if we now go to button layout's probably the most important thing within this whole video. In any other year, with the button layout, what I would have done is I would have chosen what's called stick and move, which basically makes it so your R3 button, which is what you use to aim with, you would basically jump, so it will change, so you jump when you press down on the R3 button, which basically gave you an advantage in futuristic games because that means you could jump shot quite well. I mean, during a gunfight you could boost in the air and have a big advantage over everyone else that hasn't been using it. However, now boots have gone back to the ground, things have changed, guys, and now what I would suggest is going to what's called tactical. So that basically changes the knifing button and the crouch button. So instead, when you press down on R3, what you'll be doing is you'll be crouching and laying down. Now this works out really well for drop shotting, but if you know what drop shotting is, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you do, it's basically when you're in a gunfight you lay down whilst in gunfight, which basically when the opposing team is shooting at you and you do that, they won't know what's hit them, and by the time that's finished you would have won the gunfight. By the time they would have had to aim down and everything. So that's a trick that all the old school Call of Duty players have used, including myself. I used to use this back in the day, back in the Black Ops 2 days, Modern Warfare 3 days, and if you're new to this futuristic scene, I would suggest going to tactical, and it will take a lot of getting used to. When you crouch, you're going to end up knifing a few times, because as I said, it flips them too, but honestly works out better for you. And if you go and practice it in the firing range in the headquarters, practice everything after you've changed all of these settings, and I guarantee you guys, if you come back to me in about a month's time, your game will have improved by at least 80%. And I mean, as I said, it took me a bit of getting used to, because obviously playing 3 futuristic Call of Duties, going back to boots on the ground and having to change these settings all over again, I mean, it is hard, I'm not going to lie, but yeah, it will work out better for you. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, I really appreciate a sub, and if you want to see more Call of Duty World War 2 videos, definitely click the like button down below. I've got some awesome videos coming up in the near future, so yeah, enjoy the rest of your day guys, and I'll catch you out in another video.